All righty. What is wealth in your experience?
Wealth is, knowledge, wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think for me, wealth is memories.
See, ये मजा आएगा. देखो, tick, 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 tick. Very nice. What is the value of gratitude in your life?
Oh, I think without gratitude, you won't be able to reach where you are. I think it's important to give gratitude to all the people who have, played a part in your journey, one way or the other. So gratitude is very important, and also to alumni.
Hmm.
I mean,
That's
they say that the smartest person in any room is the nicest person in the room. That's for a reason that the world or anyone in your life only remembers the nice things about their life. No one wants to remember the dark, bad things. So I think gratitude is extremely important. And to be humble and to be thankful for whatever you have. I think we live with a lot of privileges. In whatever situation we have, someone will be in a worse situation than us. So it's absolutely important to have gratitude in your life and be thankful you have.
Were you ever at any point in your lives that you were like, कोई फायदा नहीं है, ये क्या है, ये, you know?
Well, हर थोड़े दिनों के बाद होता है, कल भी हुआ।
Okay. That the frustrating parts do
Not
come,
the other
right?
lose the other person out. Okay, nahi, it's okay.
Because we've done so much, so it is absolutely important to take it the next step. When there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of good things happening as well.
Yeah.
So I think as co-founders, we've also tried to accept that there are challenges and resolve them, but also celebrate the good things.
Yeah.
And I think Alamia is very compensating.
Yeah.
So when he gives a challenge, he also gives an opportunity to solve it. And it also somewhere in your life compensates by doing something nice to you as well. So you just need to recognize and realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think one thing that we do always, even if it's a very bad day at work, we always come the next day with a solution mindset that, okay, this has happened. How do we now come up with a solution to solve it?
I need to get that part into a bottle and create that in a factory so that we can spread it, because I don't know how you guys do it, but mashallah, mashallah. But to have that patience and to have that energy to go on and not give up takes something. So salute to you, to be honest. Thank you. What is the value of time?
Oh, I think I'm learning. I'm still learning.
How do you manage that? I don't know.
She managing my time.
I manage my time and I manage Iffat's time.
Okay.
So I think I really, really value time.
Yes.
I'm one of those people who, if do not reach somewhere at, if it's 9 a.m. and we do not reach 9 a.m., I'll start having anxiety.
Really? Being in Pakistan, you are saying that? Oh, what do
I'm
you
one of
have to
those
say?
crazy souls on earth. But if it is 9 a.m., it's 9 a.m. If it's not, if it's 9:05, panic. If it's 9:15, anxiety. If it's 9:30, I'm sweating. But and that's why I don't go to weddings. I don't. I send a lifafa.
Exactly.
Later.
No, lafafa, don't say lafafa, because lafafa has so many meanings nowadays. So, but I know, I'm just kidding.
Envelope that has a nice ghoda on it. But time is money, time is everything. And I think if there's one thing that, as Pakistanis, we can learn, if we can learn the value of time and what is differentiating us from people who are moving forward in life is time and honesty. Those are the only two things we are missing from our life to take us.
It's a big thing, time and honesty.
Both of them are very crucial. Yeah. And you can't do 100%. I mean, even if you're honest, you can't achieve 100%. Even if you talk about
exactly. Yeah, it doesn't mean that.
You can aspire to it.
Right.
And
right.
70%, that's okay. But at least, and I really feel that people don't value the concept of time in our country. And it's sad to see people being casual about it. Hopefully it will change.
I will add one thing before I go to the next question is time is life also. It's not money is, yes, that's the concept we have mostly from the West in my understanding, but time is life. So that's what I have learned from leadership of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he used to say time is life, which makes sense. All right. Is this the purpose of your life, that what you're doing, Sehat Kahani? Or is there any other thing that you want to do?
I think, the bigger purpose in life for me is, how do you, so you've been given a privilege, right? I've been given a privilege with my education, with the work that I've been able to do, with the networks that I've been able to create. How do you use that privilege to give back, to make sure that you're enabling something positive in other people's lives, whether it's health, whether it's through educating them, whether it's through empowering them. So if someone in my company sees us and gets the motivation to work or to have their own company or to manage their life and work together, if a man sees us working and says, okay, this is okay for me, my wife to also do it. So, how are you creating an impact with the privilege that you've been given? I think that's my bigger purpose at the moment. But of course, one of my bigger purposes is also to do something for the country in the long run. I think our country is massively suffering from a very fractured health ecosystem. So a lot of work that we're doing needs to get implemented at a public level so that people across the country can have access to it. We've only touched 1 million people out of 240 million people. So the purpose for me is also how do you take it to all 240 million people and then 3.5 million globally who don't have access to healthcare. So that's the bigger vision and purpose that I
Wow,
have.
mashallah. Yes, Doctor.
Just adding to it,
Yes.
I really hope through our work, we're able to bring Pakistan on the map. So whenever, there's a person who comes to visit us who's not a Pakistani, I always love to ask them, okay, what vision you came with to Pakistan? What was in your mind that how's Pakistan going to be? And what did you find? And a lot of the times they come with a very different thought process. And after coming and visiting, they love Pakistan. And I think that's whenever even I'm traveling, I really, hope and believe that people who speak to, me when she's traveling, when people speak to her, they're able to see a better Pakistan. Yeah.
Very nice. Good hopes and good purpose. Thank you. Any message of hope?
I think hope for me is, I think generally I'm quite an optimistic person. So,
Okay.
and I've changed over the years, but I think despite that, there's always this inherent optimism that I have. I'm always hopeful that, okay, if something is meant to be, it will happen, no matter how many hurdles that may come in our life, if something is meant to be, whether it's for work, whether it's a project, whether it's something that I want for myself or for my daughters, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. So I really strongly believe that. And, मुझे ऐसा बहुत लगता है कि if I didn't get it, then it just wasn't meant to happen. I
So
think
that's a
for me,
belief in, your creator, I guess.
so I think that's, for me, that's hope. And I also believe that if you manifest something positively, most of the times it does happen. But if you feel that okay, this is not going to happen, at times it may not happen. So I think that's why I really believe in the concept of hope.
Belief and hope. Good. Yes, Doctor.
To be very honest, I think for me, hope is effort into fate, into destiny, into manifestation, into dua, and it all mixed together. So I think for me, I'm one of those people who think that yes, absolutely, if things are meant to be, they're meant to be, and that's why I'm different from Iffat in that perspective. I also believe that you have to work really hard to make it happen. And if tawakkul is very important, hope is very important, but it also needs to be augmented with a lot of your hard work to achieve that. So I think that's where I am.
Okay, Ji, my last question. Whoever wants to go first. And it's a hopeful question. And it is what lights you up? And that.
So I think any one patient who you were able to really treat, and we get to see, so many stories every day. There was this patient story just last week that we, saw. She had a massive abscess that got treated in one of our clinics over a period of 4 or 5 weeks. So any one patient whose life I feel we've touched, I think that gives me hope. Any doctor whose life we have changed, my daughters give me hope. I think they're, a source of inspiration and light.
Makes you happy, makes you, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think same for me. I think your children's smile, I think, lights you up, right? As a mother, as a woman, you're biased towards your children. So I think they light me up more than anything in the world. I think other than that, we've grown Sehat Kahani with the notion कि ये नहीं हो सकता. एक घर पे बैठी हुई डॉक्टर कंसल्टेशन नहीं कर सकती. ये ऐप लो इनकम एरियाज में नहीं चल सकती, जब ये ऐप शहर में आएगी तो लोग इसको यूज नहीं करेंगे, कोई कॉर्पोरेट इस पे क्यों भरोसा करेगी,
Wow.
कोई कंज्यूमर इसको यूज करेगा, you know, we've grown with that notion.
Yes.
So when we go to a corporate, and when that corporate tells us that, you know, we want your service because another corporate have it, or when we sit in circles and they say कि we don't, when they don't use the word telemedicine, but they say हमें सेहत कहानी चाहिए, telemedicine with सेहत
Wow.
कहानी.
Yeah.
I think that's what really lights me up, that, you know, against all odds, we created it, we nourished it, we flourished it, and it's
Mashallah.
become an epitome of good healthcare. Which जब भी, you know, Pakistan में telemedicine का नाम आता है, so सेहत कहानी is always
Yeah.
there. We were told by someone that no one would ever remember the name of Sehat Kahani. And, you know, today, whenever someone talks about it, they always associate it with very good things. So I think that lights me up.
Yeah.
That two women against all odds, against everyone saying कि नहीं हो सकता, they are doing it. And I think that's what gives me hope for a lot of other women as well.
Yeah.
That they can also achieve so much in their lives if given the opportunity and the support and have the belief like we had. I mean, we were crazy. हम ये सोचते हैं, जब हमें कोई कहता है ये नहीं हो सकता, हम ये सोचते हैं कि अच्छा अब इसको करके दिखाएंगे और अच्छा करके दिखाएंगे.
Exactly. मैं ये कह रही थी, pessimist तो वो है, आप लोग नहीं है.
लेकिन ये इंटरनल फायर या एम्बिशन हम में इसलिए है क्योंकि हम अपने आइडिया से एक तो बहुत इश्क भी करते हैं और हमें बड़ा बिलीव भी है इसके अंदर, हमने इसका इम्पैक्ट देखा भी है. So I think that lights me up, you know, that when your work speaks for you, I think that lights me up.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and energy.
Can I just say one thing before I go?
Yes.
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
I think you really covered all the personal aspects that have not been covered ever. No one asked us about us.
Yes.
When we're talking about Sehat Kahani, that's an amazing feedback. One quick
ठीक है.
So I think it has been great listening to and working with Shua on this podcast. I think she has amazing questions, and the questions that, you know, she brings out, particularly for our personal lives. No one usually does that. So I think she really brought out our personal lives and our the humans inside us.
Yes.
So I think that's something that I love talking to you about. So keep doing the amazing work that you do. Keep
Thank you.
inspiring people and keep telling people more about Pakistan. A
Yes.
lot of the world doesn't know the good about Pakistan, you know, how beautiful the country is, how amazing our food is, how amazing our
Amazing
culture.
people we have, bhai. Because of
Yes.
people, the country is
Colorful
because
culture
of
that we
people.
have.
Yes.
So keep doing that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate. And thank you to Dr. Sara again. And Iffat, thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.